What's going on, everybody? We are live. Look, we are live. It's a delay. Wait a minute, it's gonna pop up on our screen here in a minute. It's me. Oh, it's me on the screen. Look at there. All right, and let me add in who's in studio with me. We got Rick and Eric in the studio with me today. Y'all gonna pop up in a minute. Like I'm feeling my news. Got my monitor up. Like, oh, this double chin is really getting seen from the side here. Y'all a little dark. I'm gonna have to
turn that light a little bit.
Turn the light towards y'all.
You think that's the light?
Hold on, y'all.
Kind of dark skin up back in here.
Y'all are kind of dark up in here right now.
Is it the light
camera?
Rick, you.
I don't want to move the camera too much. Yeah. Then y'all.
Rick, you may like scoot over here, Rick. Scoot over here a little. We might scoot over a little bit.
Yeah. Y'all looking a little dark. Yeah. Look at me walk by again. Y'all looking a little dark. I did switch out. You know what? I switched out to a different camera.
There it is.
And then I added myself a camera on here for me. So that's probably what it is. Y'all look at two peas of pie together now. Look at you. Yeah. Hey, Tara, welcome. Tara, always on. I can always count on Tara signing in.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I had to bring Eric in. I needed you to come in and
Chris, you ain't gonna like it because I'm happy. I'm just happy you in the same boat that I'm in. You know, my heart goes out to
Eric,
you.
You gonna do me like that?
My heart goes out to you, Karen. It does. Like I said, one part is really hurt, like darn, but that other part is like, yeah, you with me now.
You know what?
You with me now. Same boat, everybody, y'all. She'll probably elaborate on it. I think she elaborated with Sunday. You elaborate?
No, I ain't elaborated to nobody on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just letting y'all know.
You know what, Eric? This might be your last time. I was like, I'm gonna make sure you had to come back because you got to be the first one to sign the wall and all.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that. You got me cussing. Fuck that. Your ass ain't signing no wall. You ain't signing the wall.
Night tonight. I am so happy for the news that I got today from Karen, and I wish y'all could know what I'm feeling right now. But
if any of y'all are friends with Eric on Facebook, then you understand the BS that's coming out of his mouth right about now and the bull that he's on. But that's okay. That's okay because you know what? You know what we're talking about tonight? Emotions.
Oh, I have them.
We're gonna bring them out. We're gonna bring the emotions out tonight. And the topic was do you make decisions based on your emotions and then regret them later?
Oh no.
You've never done that? You've
I
never
have.
been an emotional?
Now that I'm older, I know how to handle my emotions now. I can control my emotions and my feelings. I'm great at that.
Okay, hold on. Do you control them or do you just not express them?
No, I control them. I control them. I mean, if I have to express them, I will, but most of the times I don't have to. I know how to control. Like, I wish everybody had that thing that I got that can control your emotions.
Please elaborate. What's the thing that you got?
Because I know, I honestly know life, how life is, and I take it for what it is and not for what it should be or what I want it to be or what they want it to be. I'm going to tell you like it is, and that's what it's going to be. Life is what it is, but you got to understand what it is. You see what I'm saying? You have to understand it. If you don't, then you're going to always wish and shoulda or coulda and woulda. But if you know,
she's gonna get on you.
So no, I ain't finna get on him. I want you to elaborate. Why does that say expired? I went on here because I was like, you know what? I never go on here and share when I go live. Like,
yeah, you gotta share.
I went on here. See, now it's picking me up. Like, so that's what I'm on here doing to share. But no, I want you to elaborate on that because that's something that us women complain about all the time about you men.
Emotions.
Right. That you don't share your emotions. You don't express to us how you feel. And then we all about our emotions and we trying to express to y'all how we feeling, and then you want to ignore my emotions because you, like you just said, you know how to control,
Yeah.
So elaborate for me the need, and I'm gonna have to ask because I understand from my perspective.
Okay.
The need from the male perspective to control your emotions and not express them when you know that's all we really want.
Yeah, but do you really want an emotional ass dude?
Okay, no, I don't want an emotional ass guy. Okay, because me and overly emotional men don't work. Simply, and I've stated before, the minute you make me feel like I got to be responsible for your emotional state and I'm walking on eggshells and not sure what I can and cannot say because it may tip you, that's not going to work for me. But at the same time, I don't want him to be overly emotional all the time, but when we having a discussion and I'm wanting to know how he feels, then I would rather for him to express it than to control it.
Yeah.
And that's what happens a lot. Y'all know women do shit to try to force you to express your emotion.
I have to work on how to control that part, be able to cut it on and off. Because normally it's just off.
Right.
So my spigot's broke. So I'm trying to get that worked on.
Well, hey Michelle, wait a minute. We got some comments, and I'm gonna come back to your spigot turning on and off. Michelle said, "Here he go." Let's see. Tara said, "We want a man who can share his emotions without us having to pull information out of him." 100%. Okay. That's the biggest thing, that we feel like we got to pull that emotion out of you, and I don't want to have to pull it out.
Rick, you want it? Because I got.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Well, let me say this. I mean, what y'all don't know is sometimes we do let it out, but we only want to let it out one time. And if you don't get it, you ain't gonna get it no more.
I can believe that.
You know that because
I can believe that.
Already yapping and got already what you want to say and all that, we done after that. All right, you got it. You got it. Okay. You feel what I'm saying?
I you know what? I can roll with you on that one. That is 100% a true statement. Y'all, let me tell you, I'm sucking down this whiskey. Let me pull up.
Man, I got, you know what I got, my teetoes.
Well, listen, I'm on that Uncle Nearest.
That's some
They
good
say it's
stuff.
smooth. I got to try.
Yeah. That's some good stuff. I
Okay.
got some at the house.
Hold on, y'all. We're gonna get back to these emotions, but I got to
Yeah.
talk about my Uncle Nearest bottles, okay? Because I think I mentioned it Sunday on cocktails. It is smooth, but I had to have a conversation. When I tell y'all I spent some money at Uncle Nearest because I bought 2 bottles.
The big boys.
You see them 2 bottles
Yeah.
right there? Okay. That first bottle over there that's unopened is my signed bottle by the Mix Master.
Okay.
The master signed the blend master signed that bottle. I'm not even gonna tell you what I paid for that bottle because it's a premium blend. When I tell you that it's so smooth. It's so smooth. There's no burn. There's no whoo. It's just the pure flavor of the whiskey. It's amazing.
On ice though?
No, straight. I'm straight. I like it.
Yeah, I want no ice.
Now, notice I'm gonna say again, it's unopened. I told my brother when I do decide to open it, you don't get none. I might let you get a sip. Don't you touch.
Don't touch my bottle.
My bottle. Okay.
I know that.
The other bottle is open. I allowed him to get a sip because that bottle was 50.
Yeah, I know that other one. I already know the other about 2.
I love me a good whiskey.
Vodka, man.
I can get into it.
I'm light skinned, so I like light.
I don't like that light stuff.
A light stuff gets you. It's not.
Hey,
that much sugar in
Sherry.
it.
We got that
Oh, my
that
brother
clear
Ed.
stuff.
Ed.
Yeah, Ed's on here. Ed's coming on the
Ed.
show. We're gonna do a show on communication, and Ed is coming on the show.
Yes, that's my brother.
Damn, I was about to say something. You made me lose my train of thought.
You was talking about the you know, your
Because-
brother.
Yeah,
Oh, my brother can't have none. I told him he don't touch none. Neither one of them bottles. Don't touch them, cause.
And then you said I said it was on ice. I don't.
No, I don't. Oh, we were talking about you clear. I don't do clear.
What?
I don't do. When have you ever seen me drink clear
I
liquor?
have.
I don't do clear liquor. Matter of fact, I don't even have any clear liquor here at the house. If I do drink it, I'm only gonna drink it at the house. Clear liquor put me in a whole nother state of mind. That's only meant for the house. You can't take me outside the house on clear liquor. And I ain't even finna pretend. And if you do, I'll be like, that's on you. I already told you.
Yeah.
Forewarned.
That's
Don't take me outside the house on clear liquor.
See, I'm tequila man, so
Speaking of, and I might share it with you if I decide to go buy a bottle. So it was my son-in-law's birthday. That's why we went on the tour for Uncle Nearest. And one of his friends gifted him this bottle of tequila. I'm gonna have to look at the picture so I can see
What's
the
the
name
name?
of it. When I tell you that tequila was so smooth,
that tequila
and so
makes you
good.
fight, though. That tequila,
but it was
Right.
$150
Was it
for the
1942?
bottle. It was nice.
I ain't never seen Cora. I ain't never heard
Yeah,
that.
man, it was nice. I might have to go and buy a bottle. We'll rock that. But anyway, back to the show. We're back to emotions. Back to emotions. So we got people commenting. Sheridan came in. Tara, Ed, what is up, Ed? Thank you for coming back on. Ed has become like one of my regular listeners. I'm definitely having him on the show.
Yeah.
Sherry says, what brand of whiskey is it again? It's Uncle Nearest. Hold on, let me grab the bottle.
Yeah.
Can you get the bottle for me, Rick? Don't kick the camera. Y'all, I'm so proud of my little studio. You see how the studio
I
is
know.
coming together.
I'm looking up. We got the big screen and everything. I mean, this is all professional grade.
I don't know about
Hollywood.
professional grade.
Yeah, this Hollywood.
But
right
here
there.
it is, y'all. It's Uncle Nearest. They have the distillery is in Shelbyville, and you can actually go take a tour and go on it. So we went on the tour, and everything. What I love about the tour was everything that they sell in the gift shop is made on property where you go and tour. So you can't get what they make on property at the tour anywhere else. Now they have another center that they use for distribution, worldwide. Nationwide. But you can only buy what is distilled at the one in Shelbyville in their shop.
Uncle Nearest is the one that taught Jack Daniels.
Yeah,
Jack Daniels.
yeah,
is
he was.
Yeah, Jack Daniels.
Yeah, they
He
actually.
in Shelbyville. He right down the street.
They actually talk about that on the tour about how he was the master blender for Jack Daniels and all, and that and that even to this day, there's a family member of the Green family that still works for Jack Daniels. Yeah, so they make sure that there's a family member in there at all times. We done got all on the liquor. We done got off emotions and on to liquor.
Back to emotions.
But wait a minute, Tyra says some liquor is only meant for the house. I know that's right. Yes, ma'am. And that be clear liquor with me. It's only meant for the house. And I drink my clear liquor at the house. And otherwise, I'm on brown. I can drink brown liquor all night long.
I can drink tequila all night.
I can drink beer all night. I'm a beer drinker though.
I can drink beer. I will drink beer.
I can drink it all night. I can't drink.
But my uncles, see, well, here's the difference. You be drunk on beer?
Yeah.
You know what? Beer will sneak up on you. People be sleeping on beer sometimes. Beer will sneak up on you.
Drunk.
Yeah,
it's just drinking and smoking a cigar. That's what that got me. That
tobacco boost. Yeah,
man, I had no clue. I was drinking with my son now. I mean, smoke. Well, I got them some cigars.
What was you smoking? Oh, I saw the picture. Yes, yes.
Man, I was sipping, and I felt a little faint. I said, and then my son said, "Man, this stuff will get you kind of."
Yeah. Was you inhaling?
No, I know how to smoke. I was teaching him how to smoke.
Some of them a little strong though.
Yeah, and he was smoking. They were like nothing. So he pulled it out.
Blunt and tobacco go together.
Not if you already tingling. I'm like, man, this too much for me.
So you smoke weed too?
No. I'm saying this was my cigar. I'm tingling out my cigar, so I'm already kind of like, man, this.
Have you ever noticed that most weed smokers will either smoke like a Black and Mild or a cigarette after they smoke a blunt? The tobacco boosts the high.
Yeah, you know that's what I'm saying. I never, because he was smoking like he Chief Pocahontas. I'm sitting there like, hey man,
wait a minute. This conversation has gone way off track.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just have to share that, man.
Oh my God.
But let's go back to the
off track. Okay. But then that's my fault. I took it off track. I did take it off track.
We do it all the time.
All the time. When I tell y'all, listen, I feel like, remember I talked about it, I was supposed to be changing and getting cute for red wine, and I haven't done it yet. But when I say I did an absolutely lazy day today, I stayed in the bed all day.
So you still didn't get up?
No, I didn't even wash my hair. Can you tell?
Yeah,
I meant to get up and wash my hair.
When you work like that, you tired.
I had to. I've learned that my body says we got to slow down and take a minute. We want to get our projects done, but we got to slow down and take a minute because this hand been acting up. Like my hand is swelling up because I'm right-handed, so I'm using it for everything constantly. And all up and down in my back. It's like, girl, we ain't gonna keep climbing this ladder, which is why I've only finished painting, touch-up painting on that side. I gotta come on this side and finish it. But it's okay, because you know what? It's going to get done. I see my studio space coming together. I got my cabinets hung, my TV up. I even changed the door swing on the refrigerator. So it swung the way that I wanted to, to swing. So I'm getting things done, so I'm happy and I'm proud of myself. Yeah. But I'm learning that, I got to take a lazy day in there.
Okay, but, you Karen, and everybody know who Karen is. So it ain't about what your hair look like. It's all about what Karen talking about.
Okay, I like that.
No, that's real. Okay. You feel
so y'all, is that what it is? Y'all don't care about how I look. It's about what I got to say.
Yeah.
I like that.
If it was, like I said, if it was a beauty contest, you could put me in Rick Home.
Oh.
And stuff.
Whoa.
Not saying you.
So what you
not saying that
you
you're not beautiful.
You and Rick.
No, I'm just saying.
Are you about to get put the fuck off my
what I'm saying is me and Rick as men could just be like, you know what, we could have
Clean it up.
Look,
Clean
we
it up.
could have
Clean it
all
up.
the
Clean
women
it up.
watching, and they ain't even got to worry about what you looking like. They could be just watching us.
So you and Rick the eye candy for the show.
There we go. We the eye candy. You said it. That's it. We the eye candy.
Then what am I?
You are the top host.
I ain't fooling with you. You just basically just told me that you and Rick look better than me.
No, I didn't.
Is that what you said?
No, I didn't.
I know what he meant.
That ain't what I said. I didn't
That's
say
okay,
that.
'cause you know
either.
what? You know what? I'm fine as fuck. I don't care
You
what
know
y'all
that.
say. It
That's
don't
what I'm
matter.
saying. That's what I said.
You can't destroy my confidence. Then.
You mean to tell
Say
me?
whatever
No,
the hell
I
you want
said.
to.
You know they listen to you. Period. No matter what. You can come
Right,
in-
Tara. Tara said no, he didn't. Yeah. Tell him, Tara.
Tara, I didn't mean it like that. It just came out wrong.
You talking about the girl that get hit on with my hair all on
Constantly.
my head, covered in.
I did not. That's what
Call.
I'm saying. I never said. I said you can have on anything or do anything.
Tara said, Eric, just be quiet. Eric cracking up at me.
Yeah.
You know what? You dug your own hole on that one. I had to jump in there. How dare you? But you know what? You're right. You and Rick all with eye candy. That's why I bring you on. I like to keep a little eye candy on my show, keep people, tuned in. And
You know, I heard women say, "Man, Rick looks like this," and they be.
let me tell you something. I have had so many women be like, "Pretty Ricky." Yeah, Pretty Ricky. And I be like, "Oh, get him off my co-host. Get him off Rick." The fuck? But they be liking Pretty Ricky. It's that beard. The bald head and the beard. Yeah.
And he's emotionless. They like it too. They like that too.
Once I tell them I'm 5'6", it kills everything.
Yeah, you know what?
That's how bad it looks.
Let me tell you something.
Like
Let me
5'6"
tell you.
now.
Let me tell you something.
That's how
I typically don't date short men. It's a thing. But however, I tell people that, we all got this type that we're attracted to.
Right.
And what I'm typically attracted to is, 5'10" and up. But the nigga that had my nose wide open,
5'5".
5'6", 5'6". And I was still like, I don't even date short men. I don't even like short men, nigga. And he was like, but, so I can't even say I don't like short men. I don't know. But we're going to get back because it is my fault. I take the full blame. I digressed us. We went from liquor to weed to cigars and everything else. But we're going to come back to emotions because I really do. I want to help the ladies get an understanding. We need to get an understanding of you men and y'all emotions. Because see, I'm a little different.
Yes, you are.
I'm a little different in that I'm not necessarily looking for him to express his emotion. But when he does express his emotion, then I make sure that I catch that.
That's the key.
Because that's an important thing.
That's the key.
Because most men don't share. So I'm always trying to be mindful of that. But I find though sometimes because I'm not typically an emotional sharing person, it be getting on my nerves. I mean, I feel like damn, he getting a little too emotional. Like, God damn, he too emotional for me. I gotta work on that. So I can kind of relate to you guys. I gotta work on that. But yeah, Tara says yes. We need to understand. Break it down, Karen. Yes. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I missed this comment. Tara said it's all about that beard. That's for damn sure. Tara, get up off my co-host. Get up off of Pretty Ricky. But yeah, like I think what happens, and I'm gonna try to give the female perspective on this. I think that what happens is because we're so used to you guys not sharing with us how you feel and not sharing your emotion, that when you do, we don't know what it looks like. And so therefore we miss it. because you've never expressed it before, and then you express it, and now you in your feelings because we didn't catch it.
But
You're like, well, damn it, you want me to express and I expressed and you didn't catch it.
No, we're different though. That's the problem.
Okay, I
express it
agree.
Differently.
I agree. You different, but here's what I'm getting at. Is if you notice that if you expressed and she didn't catch it, let her know. Like, but baby, I did. I'm gonna need you know, we got to understand because we communicate differently. Yeah. And so therefore, if you're communicating it differently to me, make sure that I understand how it is that you're communicating it. Yeah. So therefore, if I missed it,
that's true.
And then the next time around, when you show it again, I know, damn, okay, Eric just okay. I know to pay attention to that because he don't typically like do that. Like I just had another thought. I don't even know if I want to go down this conversation. But I'm the type that because I'm a natural caretaker, I'm a natural nurturer, I'm a natural listener. I listen. I pay attention, and so I notice when things change. And if you express something or you do something differently than you typically do, but then that's who I am as a person. That's what I do. I have a tendency to, and that's something on my journey of self-reflection that I learned about myself. I have a tendency to tweak myself to be whoever it is that the other person needs me to be. And you don't even realize that I've done it.
Wow. That's a good trait though.
And so I'm listening I pick up on your cues of what you're missing and what you're needing. And then I'm able to give you that because I paid attention and I listened.
Women, did y'all hear that? I hope y'all heard that because that right there, what she said, if she asked 10 women, do y'all do what she just said?
Well,
9 out of 10 of y'all.
They don't, because most women are focused on themselves and trying to get what they need out of the man, as opposed to listening. And what I've learned is that when you listen and you give him what it is that he needs, he automatically gives you what you want. And you don't even ask.
Hang on, I might have to clap on that. Got to. I hope y'all listen to that. She's giving you the playbook.
Ed said, morph into what that man needs. Yes, that's what I.
There you go, Ed.
That's what I typically do, especially if it's a man that I care about. I really pay attention to what it is that his needs and his wants, and you don't even realize that I was paying attention. And it'll be out of the blue. I'll do something or I'll give you something that was based on the conversation that we had a while back, and you'd be like, "Damn, she was listening."
Oh man, that's
and she was paying attention.
Wow.
The downfall to that is men typically fall in love with me quickly because of that. So it's something that I have learned that I've got to. I got to learn how to turn it on and turn it off, because I have a conversation like we ain't had nothing but a conversation. The dude be in love, he already in love. We ain't even met yet. We just been, voice over the phone. So I had to learn to tone that down. But I tell women that all the time. Men are so simple. Y'all are so simple.
Oh.
Men are black and white. You are super simple.
Simple.
Did I bring? I did.
That's what I said, man. It's like I figured that out.
Men are very simple.
When you tell a woman that they know we are simple, but like you said, they don't care. It's about it's about them. And I feel like when it's about them, I got to flip it back. It's about me too. If you want to be about you, it's gonna be about me too. So it's gonna be a give and take. Because if you think it's gonna I'm out. I'm quick because I put that out there today. I ain't chasing. I'm too old to chase. My track shoes is in the closet. So I ain't chasing nothing. If you don't chase me, I ain't chasing you.
I feel you
I
on.
think more and more women though they're trying to go Karen's route. They're trying to start paying attention. I don't know how long they're gonna be able to hold it up though.
But Rick, they pay attention for themselves though. They don't really pay attention to us. You know that. It's like I'm gonna pay enough attention to get, to see what
get what it is that I need and that I want, and then I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
That is typically okay. Y'all see me looking around. I know people like, what the hell is she doing? I see that my battery is about to die on the computer. And so I got all this shit plugged up. Something has to get unplugged in order for me to
wish I had my battery pack.
This damn laptop has a limited amount of outlets. Mm-hmm. And so okay, y'all, I'm finna disappear for just a minute because I've got to plug in my laptop.
Yeah, because it's going
so I'm about to take my camera. Hold on, Tara. I'm gonna come back to your question. To your response, y'all. But I'm about to go away. You know what? Let me remove me from the stream. Add back into the stream. Okay, can y'all hear us now? I think it was me leaving that was the issue because my mic was the one that was was on. I'm back in. Can y'all hear me now? Somebody let me know if you can hear me. I'm sorry about that. I had to figure out how to plug my laptop up.
She said, yeah, now we can hear it.
Okay, you can hear it? Okay, wow. Okay, now we can hear it. Thank you. That's what it was. When I took my camera out, it took the mic out too. So that's what that was. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. When my camera went out, it took the mic out.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
But yeah, so Okay. Because I didn't miss, even though I was in the middle, like I'm good at listening. Man, when I tell you if I can't do shit else,
You listen.
I listen.
That's great. That's a great trait.
And so the fact that your son said to you about expressing your emotions that you always hard is key. Because when another man is looking at you like, damn, like you emotionalist, like what is your issue with expressing you? That says a lot.
Yeah, it did.
That says a whole lot.
Right, it did. Because it touched me a little bit. Like, I said, man, I'll show emotions, but, I guess when it comes to your kids or even your girlfriend or whatever, is that they just want to see that you're a little human.
Absolutely.
You got a little humanity in you.
Women want to know that you care.
That's, yeah.
And if you don't express to me that you care, then you can't assume that I know.
Yeah.
And then that's where the disconnect comes in, like, you think that you showing me that you care, but I'm missing it. I'm missing all your cues because I don't.
You don't feel it because you don't feel it.
Because you're not expressing it.
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
Kale, you on me tonight. Ooh.
Well, no, I ain't trying to be.
No, hey, I'm self-reflecting.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that is the biggest issue. And then what happens is we make an assumption because we don't know. And then you upset at us because we made an assumption based off your lack of expressing how you feel.
Yeah. But that's hard when it comes for a lot of manly men, because most manly men are gonna be like me and Rick. When you run into a guy that's shows emotions all the time, he tends to show too much, and it's really nerve-wracking to most women. You see what I'm saying?
I can agree because I'm that woman.
Saying?
If you're overly emotional, it doesn't work for me. I don't want to know how you feeling about every little itty bitty teeny tiny thing. Every second in your life, you got, and now, like I said earlier, then now I'm walking on eggshells because I don't know if what I might say might set you off, and then you emotional. I don't have time for that.
I feel.
However, that right there is exactly how most women are on a daily basis. We're emotional. And when you say and you do things, we're going to respond emotionally because that's who we are. That's what we do. Now you upset because you're like, damn, here we go again.
Yeah.
Here we go again. She upset. Here we go. Damn.
I'm like this. I'll be like,
I thought we settled this last time.
You know what? I really don't say it. It be right there. I'll be like,
yes, because it be in like,
I say it.
here we go again. God damn it, I thought we settled this. And then we back here. The reason why we're back here, because she never understood from the jump
right,
how you felt about this situation because you never expressed it. So now we on that Ferris wheel, and we going around and around and around.
Can I say something truthfully?
Go ahead.
I think men, I'm gonna say men like me. I feel like men like me that expresses that might want to express themselves feel like if they do, they're giving a woman power or something over them that can touch their emotions. Because a lot of times that's why I won't do it, because I don't want a woman picking with my emotions, even though she might not be like that. But she might be able to touch them emotional points to make me react. You see what I'm saying? Because most women, how most women, they want a reaction out of you. They trying to get you to do something or say something or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times with me, I understand why I am the way I am, because I don't want a woman to be able to push my buttons. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's my thing.
No. Let's be honest and say you don't like to be vulnerable.
Exactly.
It ain't about the woman pushing, but you don't like to be vulnerable.
That too.
is what it is.
Yeah.
And I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can respect that because most men are taught vulnerability is a no-no. It's seen as a weakness as opposed to a strength.
Right. There you go.
And so you don't ever want to come off and appear to be too vulnerable or too emotional because she'll look down upon you.
That's the way I am. It's like I've been told I let people in to a certain point, and then I think I let them in too far. So whoa, back up.
I'm not here too.
You don't want to be
too
vulnerable.
far.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you come in, and then like, oh, wait a minute.
You can only go so far.
Yeah.
It says most men don't want to be vulnerable.
Thank you.
But see, here's the thing. We're gonna talk about vulnerability. Here's the thing. Most men don't want to be vulnerable, but y'all expect us women to be.
I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna say it. I
You
feel
want
like you
us
are.
to be. You
I feel
want
like
us
you
to be
already are.
vulnerable. Wait a minute. Y'all want us to be vulnerable so you can swoop in and take care of us and lift us up and be like, "Ooh, Captain Save-A-Ho." You know what I'm
I
saying?
definitely ain't saving nobody. But
But that's what most men are looking for.
I expect it because you're a woman, not because I want to swoop you up. I just feel like that's y'all makeup. Y'all are vulnerable. A lot of women are vulnerable. I just feel like it's part of y'all makeup.
But us women who are not,
That's a whole different problem.
that creates a whole nother problem.
Yeah, that's a whole different
Because
problem.
then y'all don't know what to do with us because I'm not finna be vulnerable. You don't want to be vulnerable to me. I'm not finna be vulnerable to you. It's a give and take. And if we can't be exposed together, then there is no exposure. And then I'm too independent and don't need a man because I don't know how to be vulnerable. What? You don't know how either. So there's two of us up in here. We going tit for tat at this bitch.
Yeah. But you know what? That's what most relationships are right now. They tit for tat. Everything is. It's like, okay, if you don't do this, I ain't gonna do that. You know.
But that's not how it should be.
I get
and
it.
That's what I want Red Wine Conversations to kind of help people steer around and realize it
don't.
Life is not about a competition. Everything is not a competition.
Right.
I'm not going to show you emotion because you don't show emotion. You show emotion, then okay, well, I'm going to let you in a little bit. Oh, well, she didn't show me what I was expecting to see. Well, he didn't say what I wanted him to say. So now I'm going like, it's ridiculous. How do we get past that? How do we learn to communicate with one another about our emotions without feeling like, okay, I done let myself get too vulnerable and now I'm worried about how that person is going to respond, how they're going to treat me, what they're going to do. Especially for men. Women, we're taught we're supposed to be weak and the man is supposed to save us. So it's okay for us to be emotional because it's expected of women. You're emotional. Oh, she's just a woman. But that's what we want most out of men, especially if you're in a relationship. I want you to be able to be vulnerable to me. I want you to feel comfortable being able to do that.
That's it.
Knowing that no matter when you stumble, I'm there to pick you up. I got you regardless. It's not going to change how I see you in my eyes because you had that moment of being vulnerable. But most men don't want to do that. And that's what most women look for because to us, that means you entrusted me with something valuable to you, which was your emotions.
Yeah, but it takes a special woman, though. Seriously. When you say that, I'm listening to you talk like that, and I have been touched like that, but it takes a special woman to do all of that. And it's special women out there.
I can agree with you on that because you cannot, and me as a female, I get it because I feel like I can't be vulnerable with everyone. Right. I don't even some people that I'm closest to.
Right.
I'm picky about who I show my vulnerability to, because just like y'all, how you perceive me is important to me. And then if I do let you see that side of me, and you make a comment that that you've seen it as a weakness, or I feel like you threw it back in my face, because people love to do that. Yeah. And then, remember when you was such and such, you was crying the other day. You know, now that makes me like, okay, now I know I can't. Mm-hmm. So it changes who I am as a person, because now I feel like I can't be vulnerable with you. So I get it. I 100% get it from that male perspective. But I think what y'all miss is that female perspective. Is that's what we want the most. Because we are emotional. Not that we're trying to turn men into us. Yeah. But we want to be able, we want to feel like you trust me with being
like we won't go like, I won't tell that you did this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you this analogy,
and I hate to give this analogy, but because I'm a dog lover, I'm gonna use this analogy. Have you ever heard when they say about dogs, it's not until they feel real comfortable with you that they show you their belly? Mm-hmm. That they'll turn over on their back to you and expose themselves to you, which is them saying, I'm vulnerable to you at that moment. Mm-hmm. That's what us women want. We want our dog to roll over and show us their belly. So I can rub your belly. Look at me, rub your belly and say, oh, I got you, boo. I got you. And then when you're ready to flip back over and your backbone is back up, but I still see you for the man that you are. But I love knowing that you comfortable with showing me your belly.
I'm gonna hit you with this one though. I think with a lot of men too, where our disconnect comes is when we get our belly rubbed, it feels good. Mm-hmm. But when we get back up, we back to normal. Like, it feel good, but that was just one time. It might not happen all the time.
But if you know her, that's what I'm saying. If you feel comfortable enough to show your belly, I feel kind of crazy that we're using this dog analogy, but it kind of fits. Yeah. So if you felt comfortable enough to roll over and show your belly to her, why are you allowing that doubt to seep into your head? That's on you. That's not on her. Yeah, I get that. I know that. But then because of your own, and the word I have to use is insecurity. Because of your own insecurity, you showed that belly, and then you're like, God damn it, I can't do that again.
And that's a lot.
And then, but here's the thing. Here's what she's thinking when you do that. Well, damn, what happened? He showed me his belly before. He trusted me before. What did I do?
Nothing. And that's what, do you ever hear men?
But we don't understand that. How can you tell me there was nothing that I did when you're refusing to show me again what I want most from you?
Because as men, we say this 100 million times. We say this 100, baby, it ain't you, it's me. I know this and that, but it's just me. I'm this, I'm that.
And I get that.
I tried to say that, and it don't work.
It don't work. I'm just saying.
Why it doesn't work?
I ain't trying to say it works. I'm just saying
but let me explain to you. Let me give you the other perspective on why that doesn't work. Because when you say it's not you, it's me. But at the same time, I'm still suffering. That doesn't change how I feel. That doesn't change the circumstance that I'm in. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. So you telling me that it's not me, it's not you, it's me, doesn't help me. Doesn't help me at all. As the emotional woman, I don't understand that. What do you mean? Because I'm suffering. Because I'm looking for something from you that you're not giving me, but you're trying to tell me you're not giving it because it's you. Well, I don't understand. I'm suffering. You're making me pay the price for you. Why?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to sip on that.
And you know, really, sometimes I don't know.
I'm sorry. I had to laugh because that was such a real response. Because you was like,
I've been there.
I don't know.
Because
I don't.
I swear.
I swear.
I got deep. We got a few comments here. Thank you, Shakita said. Speak, Karen. LA, hey, LA has joined us. LA, what is going on?
Man.
Baby? Yes, I'm gonna come back to you, but LA says, tell the truth. It's us most times. Yes.
I said that.
Yeah, he did.
I said
he
that.
did.
I admit that.
Shakita said, Eric, quit being stiff. Relax. I think I put him on the couch and he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for that response. But that is the struggle. Notice that I say all the time, when you have a disagreement with the woman, address how she feels. Once you address how she feels and you say, okay, I understand how you felt in this moment. I get it. That takes our argument all the way because it's all about how we feel.
Karen,
so
can you say that?
Go ahead.
Y'all, could you say that again for a lot of women when they're dealing with a man? Will you say, let them know that all they have to do is say, listen, this is how it made me feel.
Yes.
Whatever it is, just say,
yes.
This is how, because more than likely, if we kind of hear that, we're like, okay, we need to listen to this.
That is definitely, that's something I learned on my journey of self-reflection. Only because, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I came to that conclusion, because I'm an aggressor. Like I'm always the aggressive person. People always see me as aggressive. Even when I'm trying not to be aggressive, people see me as aggressive.
Yes.
And so I had to learn how to cut that aggression because people felt like I was coming at them.
Yeah.
And now, so no, I'm not coming at you. I'm telling you, yes. So now let me tell you what you did made me feel. And I'm not coming at you. I'm explaining to you how I felt in the moment, how your actions made me feel. It's not about what you did, because you're grown. You make your own decisions. Yeah. You do what you want to do.
Right.
But let me tell you how what you did made me feel. I'm not sure if that was your intention, but this is how I felt in the moment when you did that. That oftentimes makes people, especially if they care about you, they're going to take a step back and be like, well, damn.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to make you feel that way.
When you said that last week or the other week, I said, dang, if I was to hear that, I would actually have to give a really good response or actually really listen, or something has to.
It goes vice versa. Just like when you argue with the woman and you say, I understand how you feel, how my actions made you feel. That cuts her because now you're talking about how she feels, which is what we want. That's my whole problem is how what you did made me feel. Now you want to talk to me about it. Okay, let's talk about it. So when I express to you, your actions make me feel some type of way. Most men, because y'all come in to be what? Our white knight.
Yep.
You always want us to be happy. You want to take care of me. So now I'm saying to you, you did something to make me feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And if you care about me and you don't want me to feel that way, you're going to stop and listen to why or what happened to make me feel. But if I'm coming at you aggressively, screaming and hollering and doing all that, you ain't thinking nothing about how I feel. You shutting it down.
Yes.
And like, bump that. I can care less.
Even if it's legitimate, you
gonna shut it down and ignore
I
it.
ain't trying to yell out. So I do get it, man. That part of it is really instrumental to really most relationships, period. You have to say that. You have to say, if you want somebody to get your point across, you're going to have to say, look, whatever, this how it made me feel. Like that's gonna really show you who you dealing with.
And the key that I think a lot of people on there, because somebody else, and I can hear now somebody say, "Well, I said that to him and he didn't care." The key point of that is, if they don't stop, then they don't care. And there you have to make a decision. Is that really someone that you want in your life? That if I'm telling you your actions made me feel a certain way, and I'm upset about it, and you don't even care to stop to figure out, because even if what you did you thought was simple, you're like, well, damn, I don't. But if you care enough about me, then you're gonna want to get an understanding.
What about the delivery? Because my delivery is totally terrible. But what about the delivery? Because see, my
your delivery or her delivery?
Like both. Because I know, I'm just saying delivery, period. But because I know my delivery is terrible, so you know.
I can feel you on that because my delivery is terrible. I can't tell you how many times I thought that I was being one way and people were perceiving me a completely and totally different way. So I get that. I literally have to be mindful of my delivery, no matter what form of communication that it is. I am a blunt, upfront
Pray for me.
person.
Pray for me.
And that's just who I am. However, just because that's who I am doesn't mean that everybody deserves that. Right. And if I care about you, then I'm willing to take a step back and be mindful of my delivery.
Yeah, that's cool.
See, my delivery is good. I don't, I'm laid back with it, but I say what I say is messed up.
It'd be simple, but it'd be real messed up, though. Cause you'd be like, I mean, mine is not simple, mine complicated. But I can tell, Rick, yours simple to the point. It's to the point, and that's what really.
And it's not true.
I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay, Tara says oftentimes the message is missed because of the delivery, which is very true. Mm-hmm. Very true. And I say it all the time. It's not what you say. Sometimes it's how you say it. How you say it. It's not always what you say, but how you say it. And so we have to be mindful of those particular things. And that's not always easy.
No, it isn't. Not for me.
It's not always easy.
I think because my mindset, see, I'm going to speak for me. My mindset has always been, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I don't care how nobody feels.
But you're gonna make me take you back to the patio.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
This conversation
I'm just saying
about you taking your frustration out on everybody.
Yeah, I'm owning up to it though. I'm just saying.
But you still doing it.
No, I don't. No. Let's fast forward now. Okay. Let's fast forward now. Okay. I did feel that way.
Okay. I'm gonna put a couch in here so we can lay on the couch and we have a conversation with Taylor.
So, but once once you start kind of self-reflecting and and stuff just ain't working the way you want it, you have to kind of be mindful of the things you say. You know what I'm saying? So what I've started doing is I'm mindful, but a lot of times when I try to flip it, it's still like I just did with you earlier. It comes out wrong. I didn't say, I know me and Pretty Rick. I was saying me and Pretty Rick I can't, but you know what I'm saying. But the point was, you see the delivery, like, what you trying to say? I'm lunch meat. What you trying to say? Y'all thinking I'm baloney, But no.
Okay, now I have to be honest. And say, although I was just fucking with you on that. Yeah. But I can definitely see in a different, if I was a different type woman, I would have been serious about that.
Oh yeah.
And that type of thing would be like, well, what you trying to say? I think what men often miss sometimes, and we about to get on this hour. We about to hit this hour, but I'm gonna say this. And y'all please let me know if y'all disagree. And then I'm gonna have to get back to LA because I said I was coming back to LA. I think what men often miss sometimes is the fact that we as women, and I'm speaking for us old school women, because this is the back in the day.
Just slow down.
This is the back in the day, because it's a new generation. Us old school women were raised and told that our job is to please and make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's our role. That's our job. That's what we're here for. You always hear about, woman was created out of Adam's rib, and we are part of the man. And when you meet that woman, then you got your rib back. Okay? Right. That's what we're taught. And so when we can't please you, and we're trying to figure out and understand what it is that you need to be pleased for, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you're not communicating that to me, it's a struggle.
It is.
And now I'm in my feelings and I'm in my emotions, because not only am I not pleasing you, I'm failing as a woman, because my job is to please you.
And we helping you feel.
Exactly.
And we helping you feel miserable.
And so now I'm upset at myself. And now I'm trying to figure out, I'm doing everything. How many times have y'all seen female posts like, I did this and I did that, and you still cheated, and you still, because her main purpose is to figure out what you need and what makes you happy.
Yeah.
And when you're not happy, then I don't know, because you're not expressing to me, and I don't understand. Now this new generation is different.
Yeah.
It's whole different. This new modern woman, that is not her focus. That is not her purpose.
Me.
Yes.
Me.
Women have become, but we have a right to be.
I mean, but hey.
Because we've been oppressed for so long.
I get it.
And now we finally finding our independence. And because we found our independence and we found our strength, so many men look down on us for that. Do you know how many times I've been told you too independent? You don't need no man.
Yeah.
Like, but damn, no, I don't need one, but I want one. Like, damn. Like, why you gotta do me like that?
I mean,
we finding our independence.
Yeah, but when you're dealing with that's an insecure man to me when it comes to that part. Because like I've always preached and I always say, I want a woman to have her own. And the reason why, and I can really say it because of my mom. Like I look at, if I want a woman just like my mama that didn't really need a man. She had a man, but she didn't need him. She could take care of everything on her own. When the nigga leave, excuse my language, when the nigga leave, he gone, but guess what? She's still gonna take care of everything.
That is not the typical sentiment for most men. Most men, and we about to get off subject, and this is my perspective. I feel like that most men are stuck in that I'm supposed to be the alpha. I'm supposed to be in control. And so they're looking to dominate. And so when you run across a woman who's independent, like that clip I played when dude said, in which I love that Ed gave me a different perspective on that, but dude said, as soon as she said, I got a good job, make good money, blah, 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 well, that immediately discounted her. That immediately men look for, and this is just my perspective.
And I got it.
I feel like men look for aspects within a woman that they can control.
You already answered.
And therefore, if they have not found anything that they can control about her, that she's no longer, I'm not attracted to you because there's nothing about you I can control. You're too independent. There's
That's
nothing
it.
I can come in, I can do. There's nothing you
That's
can end up being dependent on me
control.
for, and I can be in control of.
That's it. That's the whole thing. When a man tells you that, when you say that, it's all about control. He wants to, if he's able to control you by money or whatever it is that he know he can control, that's what he looks. That's what you're talking about.
But
It's the
see,
control.
but here's the thing. Because that's the mindset, most women such as myself, that's our main goal, is to never put ourselves in a position where I am dependent on a man.
I love it though.
I don't need you. No, I can do this myself. I can take care of these things myself. All of these different things I am capable of doing on my own, because I don't want to be vulnerable to a man who doesn't want to be vulnerable to me.
Yeah. I mean, I get it though. I absolutely get that. I do. I'm not the one that's gonna be like, oh man,
we are way over our wit. Well, we ain't way over. We over our wit. Hour and six.
Man, that was.
But let me go back. So
shoot.
I want to make sure that I touch. I don't know if LA is still on. He's probably at work. He probably done jumped out.
But if he is, go ahead and get LA.
So not next Friday. I think it's next Friday. Next Friday, LA is gonna come on. He's gonna be a guest.
Mm-hmm.
And Ed, if you still on, I'm gonna reach out to Ed. We're gonna do a show on communication. And at first, I was wanting another female on this show, but I feel like no. I feel like I need all this testosterone in the room, and let me and the testosterone, we gonna talk.
You were better. You were good. But see, one thing about you, Karen, I said this to myself. I said, she act like a man. I mean, but it ain't that you act. You in tune. You in tune, and that's all it takes is to be in tune. If you're in tune with a man, you can basically you got it halfway beat.
I can agree with you. Okay, wait a minute. Ed just said something that makes sense. I love this perspective. He says, I can't say control. Most grown men are looking for a person to build with, not a woman with her own plan.
Ooh,
I can see that. I can definitely see that perspective. And I can see how if you come across a woman that look like she already got her own shit together and her own plan, that she's not going to be willing. But see, that's an assumption.
Right.
You can't just look at me and assume just because I have independence, that means that I'm not willing to build together.
Well, yeah, but
do you know how many times I get counted out just because you don't look like,
I know you do, Karen.
you don't look like you need a man. Yeah. You don't need no man.
When you building blocks and building houses and stuff and putting floors in and stuff,
and we're gonna get off of here, but I literally had a whole conversation about that because that was something that was brought to my attention that someone felt like that a man would like the fact that I like to build stuff and I like to do all of these different things. But to me, it's not about demasculating him to say, oh, I can do it and you can't. I enjoy doing it. I love to see my vision come together. Like, oh, I got an idea. Let me see if I can create that idea.
Our own personal problems hurt us when it comes to that stuff.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when you do that, like I said, I feel now. I feel, what's that word? Unmasculine? By looking at these damn, what do you call it?
Emasculated. You feel like because I hung some shells on the wall?
Yeah, and you act like you didn't do the floor.
I did do the floor.
Yeah, you did the damn floors. And then you hooked up every goddamn thing. Then Rick came in here, look. He said, damn, Karen, you doing a good job. When Rick said you're doing a good job, it's like,
know what? Wait a minute. Here's the funny thing. I texted Rick today and said, I need your help. And he was like, finally. And I was like, oh, no, not with that. Not with the stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
I got it now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, Man, it's I get it though. I really do get it, Karen. But like I said, but if they know you, it's like you so in tune with everything, they missing out. They gonna miss out.
And that is my perspective. Like you missing out like on a good one because I know my worth.
Oh,
I know what I can give to you. I know what I can be to a man. I was married for 23 years. And in them 23 years, we didn't have the typical fights and arguments that most couples had. Like me and my ex, we still cool.
well,
I have no issues with it. We didn't fight over money. We didn't fight over who was in control of the house. We didn't fight over any of those things. We grew apart. We married young and we grew apart as time went on.
It's like me and my ex. We together 21, 22 years.
ooh,
Yeah, time
ain't
changes
arguments.
things. Time changes things.
I get it.
And I'm not, but see, I can agree. He did set a precedent that whoever comes along after him is going to have to uphold. And it's not a,
It's just a standard though.
it's a standard of how I was
Yeah,
treated.
it's just a
Absolutely.
standard, yeah.
Absolutely. I can 100% say, as a woman, I know what it's like and how it feels to be taken care of and treated properly by a man. If my ex didn't do nothing else,
He treated you.
he did. He took damn good care of me.
Mm.
I wanted for nothing. I tell people that all the time. I don't want for shit. He took damn good care of me. But at the same time, I was still my independent self. I was still who I was.
Right.
But he took damn good care of me. And so I have, even with my daughters, he set a level of expectation because now you see and you understand as a woman how a man is supposed to treat.
And a lot of us didn't get. I didn't get that.
And you can't come in and treat me worse than how my daddy treat me.
Yeah, that's true.
Like where they doing that at?
My daughter's got it. So.
Yeah, see,
and to me, as a woman who didn't have that, I don't have a relationship with my sperm donor. I love the fact that my girls have that positive male role model with their dad, and they can sit back and be like, if you can't treat me the way my dad treats me, no, we ain't got nothing. You're not gonna come in treat me worse than how my dad would treat a woman.
Right.
And so, as his ex-wife, what I look like letting you come in and treat me worse than the man that I chose to decide to divorce? You think I'm gonna come in and let you treat me? I had 23 years with this man. You can't treat me worse than he treated me. I'm not gonna tolerate that.
This is the standard right here. Anything under that, we have a problem.
Ed says that's intimidating. I don't see it as being intimidating. And from a female perspective,
it is.
I get it. I do get it from a male perspective because now I'm holding you to someone else's standards. But to me, his standards were not, like those standards are not unreasonable because I'm not asking you to go above and beyond and bend over backwards and do all of these different things. I lived a comfortable life. I'm not a materialistic person. That's not who I am. Right. I'm not saying, oh, well, he spent, thousands of dollars on me, and now I'm expecting you to come in and spend $1,000.
It wasn't even about the money.
He treated me with respect, and that's what I expect from any other man that comes along. You can't come into my world and disrespect me or treat me any less than a man I spent 23 years with.
It just don't make sense to do it.
No.
It don't make no sense.
No. Why am I going to sit back and accept? But I 100% understand Not many. And Eric Goodman comes in and he said, how many women are raised with a father? Not many, but that's a conversation for a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Because we can go, whoo, I
Mhm.
can go down a whole nother road about
That's
all
about
of the
men,
illegitimate children and
Yeah.
these men bouncing around and having these kids that you not in their lives and you not taking care of. But it's not just the man's fault. It's also the woman's fault because you keep laying with him. You already knew he had 5 kids over here. Now you done laid with him and now you got 2 more. Now he got 7 kids and he ain't with nobody. But you already knew he was a no good father. Right. He wasn't taking care of the other kids that he was with when you were that he had when you laid down with him. So that's a whole nother subject. Yeah. But I can get what Ed means when he says about that is intimidating. Right. 100%. I agree. Like I said, the same thing because us ladies have if you come in talking about well so and so used to cook and so and so used to do this. That makes us feel some type of way. Now you have an expectation for me to treat you like the other woman treated you. Yeah. Well, I ain't her. That's not who I am. Yeah, me and her, 2 different people. And so you can feel the same. Well, me and him, 2 different people. But at the same time, that's fine. You can be 2 different people. But if you ain't at the level that I expect for myself, then that's up to me to make that choice to move on. But the problem is most people want to change, want to try to change the other person and create and try to get them to be who they want. I'm not going to try to get you to be who I want you to be. You are who you are.
Accept me for me.
Exactly. And if who you are doesn't work for me, then it's time for me to move on.
Yeah. Yeah,
and not have a level of expectation that you should change for me.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Though. That's a hard one. I know we gotta go, but Ryan, man, that right
it
there,
is. We had an hour and 17, but we didn't. We always get deep at the end of the conversation, but that is the biggest, I think. Excuse me, barrier for both men and women.
It is.
Because and sometimes I'm a little too quick about it because I'm not even going to put in the time. If I see something about it, I'm not going to deal with it.
It's over.
I'm out.
I'm out. McGraw, so I got to get better.
Ed says 23 years of marriage, non-passive, and a handy woman. We grew apart. And let me tell you, if there were not other factors at play, I would probably still. I can be honest and say I don't know if I would have made the decision that I made. My decision that I made to walk away had so many other
variables. I remember
variables.
Yeah, it did.
That played into it. And I've said this before. I didn't necessarily leave him. I left the situation that I was in. Right. Yeah. I was most definitely comfortable. But at the same time, it wasn't fair for me to sit comfortably in that situation. We both deserve to be happy.
Right. And
that's what I realized. And that's what really made me walk away because we both deserve to be happy. And now he's remarried and I'm hoping that he's happy. He most definitely seems to be happy in his current marriage.
Right.
You deserve, and that was one of the things I said, you deserve someone to love you the way you want to be loved. I can't love you the way you want to be loved. And it's unfair to me to hold you in a relationship when I know I can't give you what you deserve to be given.
That's true, boy. That's true.
That's wrong. That's 100% wrong of me. Yeah. And so that took me a while to come to that realization. And that's unfair. And that's a lot of times what people miss because we so focused on what we want.
Yeah.
We so focused on us that we miss the other person. Like I'm so focused trying to get what I want. Right. I guess you miserable too. Right. We both miserable in this situation. But I tell you, and I say this, and again, if you think back, you never really heard me speak ill of him. No. I'm thankful that man was in my life for 23 years because I could not have done the things that I have done. I could not be where I am today. My daughters would not be who they are today without him. Right. I can't sit back and pretend I did all that by myself. because I didn't. He played a major role.
Which is like 23 years, right?
23 years.
So you mean, so what you got was a lesson and a blessing.
Absolutely.
23 years.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That is, I mean, when you talk like that, out of 23 years, and you ain't said, you ain't cussed.
No, because
that's
that's not how it was.
Yeah.
That most definitely was not how my 23 years went. Like we didn't do all that cussing and arguing and fighting. That's not what I experienced. And so when I see people and I hear them talk about it, like I get it, I see you, I seen it.
Right. But
that's not what I experienced. So a lot of times women don't understand when I come from a different perspective. Well, baby, I didn't experience what you experienced. I had a different experience than what you had. And so therefore I have a different perspective.
Yeah.
If I was cheated on, I had no clue. I knew nothing about it. So I can't share that perspective with you.
And you can't make it happen for
right.
them to
exactly
understand.
And I'm not, and a lot of times, and I had, I'm sorry, we all ain't like you and haven't been cheated. I'm not saying that I'm better than you. What I'm saying to you is if it happened, I didn't know anything about it.
Right.
So therefore, I can't relate to your situation because I haven't experienced it. I can give you my perspective on it, but I haven't experienced it, so I can't relate to how you're feeling. I don't know what it feels like to be cheated on because I haven't experienced it.
That's true.
And so now I have a different perspective than what you have because our experiences were different. And that's what I want to show. Like, I want you to be open to it's not about being right or wrong.
No.
Doesn't make me right and you wrong.
No.
It just means I had a different experience. And so therefore I have a different perspective.
And people need to hear different perspectives
right.
like you do. And then like I said, self-reflection is the key to life. Self-reflection is the key to life.
My journey of self-reflection, and I've got to get back to writing my book. I've really got to get back to it. And I haven't touched it in a minute since I've been working on the house. My journey of self-reflection has opened up my eyes to so many things. Not just my past relationship with my ex, how I related with my kids, how my kids see me, the things that how other people see me, the things that I've heard, the things that I said, the fact that I took a step back and said, you know what? I might not agree with your statement and how you feel, but let me understand why you feel that way. Can I see me how you see me? Do I understand why Eric has the opinion of me that he has of me? What was it or what is it about me that makes him feel that way? And a lot of times we're so quick because we don't want to see the negative of ourselves. We don't want to see anything that anybody else thinks is negative.
I can't say that. I want to see it because I love to see the.
No, because you want the competition.
Well, I don't care what you call it, but I want that. I want the negativity. I want to know it.
Why? What are you doing with it?
Either I want to change it or I'm not, but I want to still know. I just want to know. I might not want to change it, but I want to know.
Okay, but you do understand that most women are not going to give you that honesty. Why? Because we feel like you're not going to be vulnerable and honest with me. So why waste my time giving you that honesty?
I'm going to give you, be honest with me. I promise you're going to get the most. You might get some honesty you really
Eric,
don't want to.
Oh, look at me on the TV. I'm so serious. I be getting deep in the conversation. I be getting serious.
Look, now you want to be all sassy and stuff. Look, now you want to get sassy. Now you want to,
because these type of conversations, like I love enlightening conversations. I love to communicate. I love to pick people's brains and understand why you think the way you think, why you feel the way you feel.
Yeah.
And again, because of who I am, I listen to those things. Like, it's a blessing and a curse. I listen And I typically will conform. Like I'll listen to what I feel like Eric needs. So the next time when I'm having a conversation with you, I'm on that level with you.
I'm gonna have to get this tape. I need to carry this tape, this whole YouTube everywhere I go. So soon as somebody talking, I say, hey, look, just listen to this.
Oh, we had an hour and 25, but Ed just said most men want to see for change. Most women don't want to confront being wrong. Just my opinion. I'm gonna give my perspective on that. I can definitely see that viewpoint. Most women, we don't like to be wrong. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Most women, we do not like to be wrong. And the reason we don't like to be wrong is because I've been guessing and trying to figure out how you feel. You never expressed yourself to me. You never allowed yourself to be vulnerable. So therefore, I had to make an assumption. And now that I made my assumption and I rolled with my assumption, how dare you come back down the road
and say I was wrong
to tell me that my assumption was wrong, but when I kept asking you how you felt, you never told me. So yeah, now I am in my feelings about you telling me I'm wrong because I had to make a decision based on an assumption because you never would communicate to me how you felt.
That's damn.
Okay,
that's complicated. that's not a word. Golly.
Ed said, no, that's understanding to me. That's how we look at it. Yeah. I made an assumption. You gave me no choice but to make an assumption because you wouldn't express to me how you feel. Yep. So I decided how you feel. And I rolled with whatever I decided.
You wrong. Whatever you said.
And then I rolled with it. Now you want to come down the road later and tell me I was wrong? How you going to tell me why I was wrong when I asked you?
You wrong.
So, but anyway, let's get off of here, y'all. Right. We're going to go ahead and shut this down, but thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all know how I am sometimes when I get on my soapbox. But my whole thing is about giving different perspectives because people you don't see the other, you don't understand how I felt in the moment. Like he said, women don't want change. No, it ain't about us not wanting change and not wanting to be wrong. You forced me to make a decision. Yeah. And now I made a decision. Now you want to come and tell me I'm wrong. Right. Well, how about you have told me 2 months ago when I asked you how you felt and you didn't want to tell me. Then I made the decision for me. Now you want it for you. Now you want to tell me I'm wrong.
See, there it is. It's coming out. Man, come on.
Women, you're wrong.
So, y'all, we're going to get out of here. Tara said this was a great show tonight. Thank you, Tara, for tuning in. Thank you, Eric. Eric said, keep up the great work. Listen, I communication is key. How we relate and how we respond to one another is key. And if I got to tell secrets to get people to understand that, we're going to come on here and we're going to tell secrets all day long. Yeah. Because like the look on both of y'all's faces was like, but damn, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I get it now. That's why she pissed off when I told her she was wrong. But no, that ain't what I thought. Hey, no, you wrong. Well, how the fuck you gonna tell me I'm wrong? I've been asking you for 2 months. Tell me. But all right, y'all, we gonna get off of here. Every time I look up at the monitor, I be talking real serious. Let me get off of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Ed says, I'm learning. Ed, definitely. I'm going to get with you back to LA because I never did talk. We got to get out. We almost at an hour and a half. Because I think I mentioned once before about doing the relationship show. Mm-hmm. And so I think he's going to come on next Friday. Mm-hmm. And we definitely going to, And let me know if you're available next Friday. I'm looking at the computer as I'm talking. Let me know if you're available next Friday. Because I would love all the testosterone, me and the testosterone.
Yeah,
Me and Ed grew up together. Like, we
That's
East
my brother.
Nashville.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying, my brother,
East
man.
side, yes.
Shoot.
But we're gonna listen, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I know we have been all over the place with emotions and talking tonight. Like, I love when y'all get me going like that, because I ain't gonna keep going. But yes. Oh, Ed's available. He said yes. I'm gonna hit you up, Ed. But yeah, I like, that's my vision. Let's talk about communication. Let's stop bashing each other.
That's the biggest
And let's work out
Let's
how
work together.
Let's
man.
work together. Let's figure this out.
Yeah.
Let's come to a common ground.
Let's come give and take.
Yes.
Give and take.
Yes.
Let's do that. Like, it's okay to give and it's okay to take. But as long as both of us are doing it,
it has to be
reciprocated.
And
that's the women say.
when I say that is one of the biggest issues that a lot of women have, that we feel like men want us to be vulnerable, but y'all are not willing to do that with us. And so how dare you ask me to do something that you're not willing to do, and your excuse for not being willing to do it is because you're a man.
I knew you was gonna say that.
That's some bullshit.
No, it ain't. Because we are men.
It is.
We're men.
But that doesn't excuse. But I done said it. We gone, y'all.
Bye,
Thank y'all
Bye,
for tuning in.